गुड मॉर्निंग डिअर फ्रेंड्स. आपण मागच्या 10-15 दिवसांमध्ये सेशनल एक्झाम आणि बाकी ॲडमिशन प्रोसेसमुळे लेक्चर झाले नाही, बट आजपासून आपण लेक्चर चालू करतोय. इन लास्ट लेक्चर वी स्टार्टेड विथ ड्रग्स ॲक्टिंग ऑन कार्डिओव्हास्क्युलर सिस्टम, that is on CVS. Already we completed that in this section. Total number of chapters are 4. We completed 2 chapters. One that is anti-anginal agent and second one is anti-arrhythmic agent. Now from today we start with the third chapter under cardiovascular system, that is cardiotonic drugs. This is the next chapter, that is cardiotonic drugs, or also called as cardiac glycosides. Cardiotonic drugs or also called as cardiac glycosides. Now you know that cardiac glycosides mainly present in digitalis, strophanthus and squil. These are the glycosidal compound, that is digitalis, strophanthus and squil. It contains cardiac glycosides, and these cardiac glycosides, particularly digitalis purpurea, used in treatment of congestive heart failure, that is in CHF or in CCF, that is congestive cardiac failure. CHF stand for congestive heart failure and CCF stand for congestive cardiac failure. So particularly these cardiac glycosides, that is digitalis purpurea, used in treatment of congestive heart failure or in congestive cardiac failure, and thereby used as cardiotonic agent. Mostly this digitalis, this drug is used as a cardiotonic agent. Digitalis obtained from digitalis purpurea and produces two types of pharmacological action. One that is cardiac action and second one that is extracardiac action. This digitalis, by acting on cardiovascular system, produces cardiac action, and second one that is produces extracardiac action. Now let us see first, that is cardiac action. Under cardiac action, first action, that is on contractibility, that is on force of contraction. First major action, that is on force of contraction of heart. Whenever digitalis is given to the patient, that is cardiac glycoside, the cardiac glycoside in CHF or in CCF patient, it increases force of contraction of heart. This is because of direct stimulation effect on myocardium. Because of direct stimulation effect on myocardium, it increases force of contraction, and this powerful contraction of heart muscle increases cardiac output. When force of contraction increases, cardiac output also increases, and thereby, because of powerful force of contraction, increases cardiac output and thereby decreases diastolic size of heart. When force of contraction of heart muscle increases, cardiac output increases, at the same time allowing greater time for heart rest and ventricular filling, thereby complete ventricular emptying takes place, and that results into decrease in diastolic size of heart. When diastolic size of heart reduces, oxygen consumption for given work also reduces, and therefore digitalized heart can do more work with the same energy or same work with the less energy. This is because of what? Because oxygen consumption capacity will be reduces, and therefore this digitalis is called as cardiotonic drug. This question is most important. Sometimes they may be asked question that why digitalis is called as cardiotonic agent. Digitalis आपण cardiotonic का म्हणतो? So the reason is that because of its action on force of contraction. By acting on force of contraction, it increases powerful force of contraction. That powerful contraction results into complete ventricular emptying, and thereby allowing greater time for heart rest and heart filling, and that results into decrease in diastolic size of heart. When diastolic cells of heart reduces, oxygen consumption for work capacity also reduces. Means this digitalized heart can do more work with the same energy or same work with the less energy, and therefore digitalis is called as cardiotonic agent. This is the most important question. In most of the question paper they will ask why digitalis is called as cardiotonic. So you are supposed to explain the action on force of contraction. If this digitalis is given to normal individual person, this is the action in CHF or in CCF patient. But if digitalis is given to normal person, there is a also increases force of contraction, also increases cardiac output, but at the same time it causes constriction of peripheral artery, and because of this constriction effect block the effect, and thereby it does not change the effect in normal person, only the changes occurs in CHF or in CCF patient. So this is the first major action of digitalis or cardiotonic drug, that is on force of contraction, and because of the action on force of contraction digitalis called as cardiotonic agent. In addition to this, also produces action on heart rate and blood pressure. When digitalis is given to CHF or CCF patient, it causes decrease in heart rate and decrease in force of decreases blood pressure. That is produces hypotension. Remember that it increases force of contraction in CHF patient, but it decreases heart rate and decreases blood pressure. So hypotension effect in CHF or in CCF patient. In addition to this, another action that is on refractory period, and refractory period, that is nothing but the period of onset of depolarization. Refractory period, it is nothing but the period of onset of depolarization. So when digitalis is given to the patient, it prolongs the function of AV node and thereby produces enhancing the action on refractory period. Similarly, also acting on automaticity, thereby increases Purkinje cell fiber activity by automaticity action, and also produces action on conduction velocity. So when digitalis is given, increases conduction velocity also. One more action under cardiac action, that if digitalis given along with calcium, what will happen? What is the effect of digitalis and calcium? You know that calcium that increases force of contraction. When calcium given to the patient by acting on heart, it increases force of contraction. Digitalis when given also produces increasing force of contraction. If higher concentration of calcium given, it leads to cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest in systole, that is called as calcium liger effect, isn't it? And if these two drugs given in combination, there is a powerful contraction that results into cardiac arrest. Heart may stop in systole, and therefore these two drugs should not be given in combination. If given, should be given precautions. So sometimes they will ask why digitalis and calcium should not be given in calcium combination. This is because calcium increases force of contraction. Excessive concentration of calcium ion that leads to cardiac arrest. Similarly, digitalis also increases force of contraction. If these two drugs given, it may lead to cardiac arrest in systole. Heart may stop, and therefore this drug should not be given in combination. So these are the action that is called as cardiac action. In addition to this, digitalis also produces action, that is extra cardiac action, by acting on kidney and on GIT. Under extra cardiac action acting on kidney as well as on GIT. So particularly in CHF patient, by acting on kidney, it produces diuretic action. Diuretic action, that is because of facilitating excretion of sodium and water, it causes diuretic action, particularly in CHF or in CCF patient, decreases venous pressure and thereby bring edema fluid into renal circulation and thereby produces diuretic action. In addition to this, also acting on GIT. By acting on GIT in normal doses, it does not produce any effect on GIT, but in higher doses may lead to produces nausea, vomiting because of stimulation of CTZ, that is chemoreceptor trigger zone. So these are the two type of pharmacological action of digitalis or cardiotonic drug, that is cardiac action and second one is extracardiac action. Under cardiac action, major one, that is acting on force of contraction. And because of powerful force of contraction effect, digitalis decreases diastolic strength of heart, decreases oxygen consumption capacity, and thereby used as cardiotonic agent. This is most important question, that why digitalis produces called as cardiotonic drug or cardiotonic agent. So the reason is that because of action on force of contraction. You are supposed to explain full action on force of contraction. Or they may be asked, explain pharmacological action of digitalis or cardiotonic agent. So there are two actions, cardiac and extracardiac action. Under cardiac action, first action that is on force of contraction. In addition to this, also acting on heart rate and blood pressure. It decreases heart rate, also decreases blood pressure. That is hypotension effect. Then on refractory period, automaticity, conduction velocity, and another action that digitalis and calcium given in combination, it may lead to produces cardiac arrest or heart may stop in systolic position. So these are the cardiac action. In addition to this, also acting on kidney and on GIT. By acting on kidney, it produces diuretic action. That is because of increased pressure, force of contraction, it brings edema fluid into renal circulation and reduces reabsorption of sodium and water, and thereby facilitating excretion of sodium and water, thereby produces diuretic action. In addition to this, also acting on GIT. In normal doses does not produce any effect, but in higher doses it stimulating CTZ and thereby produces nausea and vomiting. So this is the first question, that explain pharmacological action of digitalis. So cardiac and extracardiac action. Or another way, instead of asking pharmacological action, they may be asked give reason that why digitalis is called as cardiotonic agent or cardiotonic agent. So the reason because of action on force of contraction. So this is regarding pharmacological action of digitalis. Now the next point in this chapter, that is mechanism of action of digitalis. How digitalis increases force of contraction. So that is called as mech of action of digitalis, or also called as electrophysiology of cardiac lycosis or heart muscles. Electrophysiology of heart muscles. Mostly they may be asked regarding mechanism of action of digitalis. Remember that digitalis used as a cardiotonic agent by inhibiting the action of sodium potassium pump. This is important one, that digitalis act as a cardiotonic agent by inhibiting sodium potassium pump. You know that cardiac muscle cells, suppose this is cardiac muscle cells. Cardiac muscle cells surrounded by lipoprotein membrane. This is lipoprotein membrane, that is lipid and protein membrane. So lipoprotein membrane. This is cardiac muscle cells surrounded by lipoprotein membrane. You may label here that cardiac muscle cells surrounded by lipoprotein membrane. And here there is a small aqueous pores present in this lipoidal membrane, which allow, these are the aqueous pores, that is water soluble molecules are present. So through aqueous pores only water soluble molecules passes through aqueous pores. Now generally small chloride ions passes easily through these pores because these chloride ions are having size less than pore size, isn't it? Therefore generally 3 molecules of sodium goes outside the cell, that is deposited extracellularly, and 2 molecules of potassium enter inside the cell. Large phosphate molecule may not be passes at all because of smaller pore size. Only it allows that 2 molecules of potassium enter inside the cell and 3 molecules of sodium goes outside the cell, that is extracellularly. Generally there is a 3 molecules of sodium goes outside the cell from cardiac muscle cell and 2 molecules of potassium enter inside the cell, that is intracellularly. Intracellular, that is within cell, and thus pump becomes electrogenic. But whenever there is a CHF condition occurs, there is a disturbances take place, and under such a condition, when digitalis or cardiotonic drug given, this cardiotonic drug act by the mechanism that is act by inhibiting sodium potassium pump. By inhibiting sodium potassium pump, when digital is given, it block entry of sodium outside the cell. कि जो सोडियम आउटसाइड सेल जाणार होता त्याला काय करणार आहे ब्लॉक करते. Because of blocking entry of sodium outside the cell, it causes release of calcium from myocardial cells. There is a calcium is going to release from myocardial cell. When digital is given, it blocking sodium potassium pump. So thereby blocking entry of sodium outside the cell. When sodium outside entry is going to block, calcium is going to be released from cardiac muscle cell. And because of calcium, it causes increase in force of contraction. When calcium released from cardiac muscle cell, increases force of contraction and thereby produces cardiotonic action. At the same time, digitalis, when blocking entry of sodium outside the cell, also blocking entry of potassium inside the cell. म्हणजे potassium सुद्धा बाहेर येणार because by inhibiting sodium potassium pump. When potassium may not enter into cardiac cell, it leads to produces hypokalemia. Hypokalemia, that is decrease in potassium level. So when sodium may not go outside the cell, potassium entry also not take place, and that leads to produces hypokalemia. And due to this hypokalemia effect, always whenever there is a digitalis or digoxin tablets or injectable preparations given to the patient, always supplemented with potassium. Sometimes they will ask you that why potassium chloride supplemented with digitalis therapy, or why digoxin or digitoxin drug in CHF patient given along with potassium chloride. The reason is that because of this mechanism of action, you are supposed to explain full mechanism of action. That digitalis drug act by inhibiting sodium potassium pump, and when sodium potassium pump inhibited, there is a sodium outside entry may be inhibited, and thereby release of calcium take place from binding site. That causes powerful force of contraction. At the same time, potassium entry is going to be inhibited, that produces hypokalemia, and this hypokalemia is very dangerous to patient. To overcome this, always along with the disease, the major side effect of digital is that is hypokalemia, and to overcome this, always supplemented with potassium chloride. So sometimes they will ask you reason why potassium chloride supplemented with digitalis or with cardiotonic drug. So the reason is that to overcome hypokalemia effect. So this is regarding mechanism of action of digitalis or electrophysiology of cardiac tissue. Now the next point regarding ADME, that digitalis drug effective by oral route as well as by IV, but should not be given by intramuscular or subcutaneous route because of unpredictable and unreliable absorption to IM or SC, but given by oral or by IV. This digitalis also having more affinity to bound with plasma protein and excreted through urine. Now regarding side effect or adverse effect, that when digitalis given to the CHF or CCA patient, that is congestive heart failure or congestive cardiac failure patient, it leads to produces cardiac arrhythmia in patient. Cardiac arrhythmia, that is nothing but irregularity in heartbeat, already completed in last chapter. That this is another side effect of digitalis, that because of treatment it may lead to produces cardiac arrhythmia, that is disturbances in cardiac rhythm. Then ventricular fibrillation may take place in patient, and also leads to produces hypokalemia, cardiac arrest may occurs, and hypokalemia. So these are the side effect or adverse effect of digitalis. Now regarding doses, route of administration, that digoxin tablet available in market, digoxin tablet, that is trade name Lanoxin. Lanoxin tablets, Lanoxin injections available in market, that is from Burroughs Wellcome company. So digitalis or digoxin given in the dose of 0.25 mg twice or thrice a day, and injectable preparation digoxin 0.5 mg by IV. So sometimes we ask mention dose, route of administration, and one important use of digoxin. So digoxin used in the form of tablet, that is 0.25 mg twice or thrice a day. Trade name, that is Lanoxin tablet, Lanozine injections are also available in market containing digoxin 0.5 milligram given by IV, isn't it? So dose, route of administration, and one important use that these drugs are useful in CHF or in CCF patient. Now the next point, that is digitalis toxicity. If this digitalis drug given in overdoses, then it may lead to process over digitalization effect. Sometimes they will ask, right, symptoms and treatment of over digitalization or digitalis toxicity. So that is called an over digitalization effect. Over digitalization due to repeated administration of digitalis in short interval of time. Accumulation takes place and it produces symptoms that is called as over digitalization effect. And symptoms are going to be same, that it causes cardiac arrhythmia in patient. If this drug given in higher doses or repeatedly administration of digitalis takes place to CHF or CCF patient, it produces cardiac arrhythmia, that is disturbances in cardiac rhythm. In addition to this, there is a ventricular fibrillation occurs in patient. There may be chances of cardiac arrest may occur, and also leads to process hypokalemia. Ventricular fibrillation, hypokalemia, cardiac arrest may take place, and cardiac arrhythmia. These are the over digitalization symptoms found in patient. So what is the treatment for such a over digitalization? So the first treatment, that immediately discontinue digitalis therapy to the patient. कि पहले treatment अपन क्या करना, कि discontinue this digitalis therapy. Then second treatment, that is immediately beta blocking agent. Beta blockers like propranolol drug. This propranolol, that is a beta blocker drug. Propranolol drug used to the over digitalization effect patient. This beta blockers or propranolol used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia, that is the another symptom in over digitalization. So to treat this cardiac arrhythmia condition, immediately beta blocking agent, that is propranolol, given to the patient. In addition to this, another treatment, that is diuretic therapy. Diuretic drug given to facilitate excretion of digitalis, thereby reduces poisoning symptom. Third treatment, that is potassium chloride in the dose of 0.5 to 0.7 gram given to the patient to overcome hypokalemia effect. Hypokalemia effect, that is very dangerous to patient, and to overcome this, always along with this treatment, potassium chloride should be given in the dose of 0.5 to 0.7 gram to overcome hypokalemia effect. So this is the treatment for over digitalization. This is also important one, as like morphine poisoning, barbiturate poisoning, or organophosphorus compound poisoning. Digitalis poisoning is also important. So digitalis poisoning, or that is also called as over digitalization effect. Due to repeated administration, accumulation occurs, and that leads to process poisoning symptom, that is over digitalization symptom. And the treatment, that first treatment, discontinue this therapy. Second, beta blocking agent, that is propranolol injection given to the patient in order to cover cardiac arrhythmia condition. Then diuretic therapy so as to facilitate excretion of digitalis from body. And third treatment, that is potassium chloride in the dose of 0.5 to 0.7 gram given to the patient. So this is the line of treatment for over digitalization. So this is also important question. Then next point, that why digitalis and chlorothiazide drug or thiazide diuretic should not be given in combination. Suppose if the patient suffering from CHF condition, cardiac heart failure, as well as edema condition. Now for CHF, digitalis treatment is going to be given, while for edema, thiazide diuretic and chlorothiazide is going to be effective. But these two drugs should not be given in combination. So sometimes why digitalis toxicity increases with chlorothiazide, or why digitalis and chlorothiazide should not be given in combination. The reason is that you know that chlorothiazide, that is used as a diuretic agent. Diuretic agent in treatment of edema. But the major side effect of chlorothiazide, that it also causes more loss of potassium from body, and that leads to process hypokalemia. Digitalis, if given to the patient in treatment of CHF condition, it also leads to process hypokalemia, because of mechanism of action, that is by inhibiting sodium potassium pump. With these two drugs given in combination, there is a severe hypokalemia occurs. That chlorothiazide drug or thiazide diuretic agent also causes more loss of potassium from body, that is produces hypokalemia. Digitalis drug if given also produces hypokalemia. If these two drugs given in combination, there is a severe hypokalemia effect may occur in patient. And to overcome this, these two drugs should not be given in combination. Or already patient suffering from disturbed aldosterone mechanism, and due to this, these two drugs may produce severe hypokalemia. To overcome this combination should not be given to the patient. So this is regarding why digitalis and chlorothiazide should not be given in combination. Or another way, that why chlorothiazide increases toxicity of digitalis, isn't it? So this is the reason that with these two drugs given in combination, there is a severe hypokalemia may occur in patient. So this is regarding cardiotonic agents or cardiac glycosides. Now we left only one chapter from CVS, that is antihypertensive agent. So we'll see in next lecture, that is antihypertensive agent. Near about minimum for 10 marks this drugs acting on cardiovascular system may be in annual examination. So in next lecture we complete or we try to complete antihypertensive agent. Thank you.